You, as an intelligent guy who is dedicated to improving himself and becoming a true prince of crime, have the characteristics of a true man of respect, then why don't you feel superiorly concerned about women who only know how to look at you? Mirror? Oh, it's true. They live only on frivolities and don't even know what it's like to break a sweat. It's that simple, my dears. It's like having the last laugh while drowning in your own vanity. But remember, it's all about playing your cards right, you know? Ah, dear ones. Many people out there will be foolish enough to call this arrogance or toxicity. But let's be realistic here, okay? The truth is that most girls look down on the guys out there, thinking they are all small fish in their ocean. And then, when one of the boys decides to see himself up there, that's it. They label him toxic. But look, the girls, they're smart, you know? Naturally, they have an eye for those guys who seem to have more stars than them. It's like they say, power games. They are a big deal for them. And guess what? They love it when someone plays at the same level as them. That's right, my dears. These are the guys they run after. If a girl feels that you are lower in her rankings, that's it. That's the charm. But look here. If you are a true gentleman of worth, you are the leader, the provider, the protector. Look at everything you offer. While many of these girls just brag about their beauty and think they have already conquered the world. But don't forget, my friends, those who really shine are those who have the shine within themselves. Exactly, my comrades. It's completely natural for you to feel like a king in front of them. Sure, their beauty is like icing on the cake. But compared to your hard work, your dedication, and everything you can offer, it's just a small part of what really matters. Their whole lives, they've been spoiled and put on a pedestal by a bunch of idiots out there. And it's only made their ego inflate bigger than a balloon. But when you show them who's really boss, you bring them back to reality and make their ego deflate faster than a punch from Putinzino. All guys should understand how to trip a lady's ego. Some people might squeak at this, but they don't get the vibe of modern relationships, you know? Almost all girls have sky-high egos, mainly because of social media, where they are showered with attention and a ton of compliments, as if they were the prom queen. Their whole lives, they've been spoiled and put on a pedestal by a bunch of idiots out there. And it's only made their ego inflate bigger than a balloon. But when you show them who's really boss, you bring them back to reality and make their ego deflate faster than a punch from Putinzino. All guys should understand how to trip a lady's ego. Some people might squeak at this, but they don't get the vibe of modern relationships, you know? Almost all girls have sky-high egos, mainly because of social media, where they are showered with attention and a ton of compliments, as if they were the prom queen. So, let's show your worth as a true gentleman. Give me a like to give me a boost, and let's continue on this journey. No need to wait for her approval, okay? Many idiots out there are always begging women for their opinions, asking what they think of their hair, clothes, and so on. Some even have the audacity to ask if the cat likes them. Wow, that's not a thing for those with an attitude. It's a thing for insecure kids. A confident guy who knows where he's going would never play this game. He knows that he is what he is, and he doesn't need anyone's confirmation for that. He doesn't need to chase her validation, because he already has plenty of confidence within him. He's not there hungry for compliments or curious to know what she thinks of every detail of him. Running after her validation is just a sign that you are dependent on her approval. And that is a big deal for her ego to grow out of control. Instead, you have to be in charge, Let her chase her approval, not the other way around. Reverse this stop. And look, don't be fooled just by her pretty face. Women are there, receiving compliment after compliment every day. You may think I'm exaggerating, but the reality is that I'm not. If a pretty girl shows you her social media, you will see how she is bombarded with compliments all the time. From comments to messages to reactions on her stories. And if you're just drooling and sending little hearts to every photo she posts, bro, you're going down the same path as the other idiots in line. Everyone there is putting her on a pedestal, but there's always that one real guy who doesn't jump on that bandwagon. Then the naughty girl realizes that compliments from flatterers aren't worth that much, and she starts wanting approval from the guy who doesn't take kindly to me. I'm not saying you can't give a compliment every now and then. I'm just telling you to stand out from the crowd. And when you give her a compliment, it will be unforgettable if you recognize her achievements, her style, or something special that makes her beautiful in certain situations. And look, regarding priorities, many guys are aimless or drop everything just to see a pretty girl acting like a bunch of hungry puppies. And that, my friend, is not attractive at all. So you better put your goals up there, right above her. As a man, your purpose should always come first. When you have goals in life, it's important to move forward with them without letting any cat divert you from the path. That's right, guys. Sometimes you'll have to take a break from flirting to focus on your goals. Leave that distraction aside so you don't lose your way. This will knock down her ego and make her respect you even more. And if he already had a crush on you, you can believe he'll want to follow you to the end of the world. Have a sense of direction and be focused on your goals. That's what really attracts girls. It is the pure essence of masculine energy. And that, my friends, is what drives them crazy. And don't give in to anxiety, okay? If you get all excited just because you have a chance to meet a girl, it just shows that you don't have many options up your sleeve. It also means they don't have a greater purpose. As I mentioned before, understand, two people cannot perceive each other at the same time. So, if you're the only one who's excited and looking forward to the date, you're taking away her space to be excited about you. And look, this only makes her ego grow even more. But when you know how to control yourself, maintain balance, then she will have space to be excited about you. And that will leave her ego on a short leash. Keep control of your emotions, little brother. Don't get into arguments or lose your temper whenever things go off track with her. If you let this happen, it will show that she has power over you. Don't get into that pile. If she's acting clueless and disrespectful, it's best to give her silence or just walk away. This will put you in charge of the situation. And don't let jealousy dominate you, okay? If other guys are around her, relax. It's normal. But if you show jealousy, it only shows that you're not sure of yourself. that you're afraid that someone better will come along and take you away. Look, if you're not around, the other guys have no idea she's with you. Then it is her duty to respect you. If she doesn't do that, then it's time to dump her. If you are a worthy guy and you are with a worthy woman, she will respect you. Simple as that. She knows she's with you and will deny any other guy that comes along. You don't need to keep an eye on her all the time. That's just a fool's job. Understand one thing. Jealousy is an emotion. If you show jealousy and she sees that she can drive you crazy, then she knows she has control over you. And this only makes her ego grow even more. Don't send a message right after the meeting, my friend. If you hold back and don't send a message right away, you'll leave her feeling anxious, not knowing if you really enjoyed the ride or not. This is good because it will keep you grounded, and your mind buzzing. Now, most guys go there and send a message right away, declaring themselves and saying that they already miss you. But look, by doing that, she won't even have a chance to miss you. I'm not saying to play with girls' feelings, but ask yourself, a real guy, a worthy guy, would he come out and declare himself right after the date? Or would he go back to his routine, focused on his goals? That's it, my friend. A real man would act this way, holding firm to his purpose and keeping his ego under control. Now, about rejection. Look, women aren't so used to dealing with that, bro. They don't take as much as we do, and that's why it hits their ego when it happens. There's nothing that makes a woman feel more depressed than feeling like she's not being valued as she should be. And when you reject her and slap her ego, she will try even harder to get her attention and approval, especially if you've already messed with her heart, especially if you're a high-caliber guy. So let's demonstrate this reciprocity. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell so you don't miss any videos. Thanks for the audience, and until the next tour.